What is up, guys? Welcome to At Home Fitness with Coach A. I am Coach A, and this is the YouTube channel that aims to bring you guys in gym quality coaching and workouts for your at-home or garage gym needs. Now, today is November 16th here in beautiful Cleveland, Ohio. It's beautiful. Sun's out. It's kind of cold, but sun's out, you know. It is day number 246 of our At Home Fitness programming series. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all those buttons below on your YouTube channel setup there. Today, we are going to continue with a strength and improvement progression that we've been working through, specifically the Bulgarian split squats. However, we're not going to be doing Bulgarian split squats. We're going to interrupt those two regularly scheduled programs this week with something slightly different, but also something supplementary and very similar to give you guys a bit of a break from it and then get back to it next week, continue on with our path. So this week, we're going to go 3 rounds of 6 to 8 split squats. So we're still in a split squat. The difference is if we have dumbbells or kettlebells, we're gonna try and hold them down at the side. If you couldn't see my hands, like obviously you couldn't, stick around for the movement demonstrations. I will walk through it. The caveat today is that instead of having that rear leg elevated for the split squat, Bulgarian style, we're gonna elevate the front foot. Specifically, I'm going to do that on a plate that's on the ground. So I'm looking for something in the range of like 2 to 4 inches maybe. Something that takes a normal lunge and puts our knee at pretty much a 90-degree angle with our thigh parallel to the floor and takes that knee above the hip crease, right? So more so simulating the bottom of a squat as opposed to a normal parallel kind of squat there. So again, that's 3 rounds, 6 to 8 each side. Again, put those period rests in between, not just right, left, rest, but right, rest, left, rest. That should allow you to keep the rest a little bit shorter, but it'll also keep the efforts and the recovery a little more even side to side. And ideally, again, if we can, dumbbells, kettlebells at the side, suitcase style. Obviously, if we have to mix it up, feel free to weight them however you guys have been weighting the Bulgarian split squats. Second piece for today, our workout is going to be a 12-minute alternating EMOM. We have 1, 2, 3 pieces. That means we're gonna go through this 4 times. The first piece is going to be 14 goblet squats with our kettlebell, or there's options with the dumbbell. Stick around for the modifications at the end if you need that. And 16 kettlebell push press. That's gonna be 16 total in the minute. You guys are gonna go 8 on the right and 8 on the left. Obviously, we're gonna do all the right then the left. Not gonna take the opportunity to switch back and forth every time. That's just gonna take too much time. So third movement is going to be 18 gorilla row. That is a row from the ground, kind of in a squatting position. If you're not sure what that is, stick around, I will demonstrate. And again, that's 18 reps, so it's going to be 9 one side and 9 the other. If you guys want to get really crazy with it for the goblet squats there, 14, you can always single arm front squat at 1 for 7 and single arm front squat at the other for 7 if you're just looking for that unilateral kind of work for today on the core. The prescribed weight, guys, for the kettlebell work here in the workout is going to be 53 for the guys and 35 for the ladies. As I said, stick around, movement modifications and demonstrations. All right, so let's check out the position here on the front foot elevated dumbbell split squats. Dumbbells meaning they're going to be in a suitcase position at our sides. Front foot elevated, looking for about 2 to 4 inches, guys. This is a 45-pound plate that I'm using, and that's going to put my knee right above the hip crease on that same side. Notice how the back knee is dropping significantly more straight down under the hip than it is staying back to where it's starting. That's probably going to require you to squeeze the glute on that side to be able to hold it in a good position. So to review, today's workout is an EMOM, a 12-minute alternating EMOM to be specific. 3 movements. We're looking at 4 rounds. That first round is going to start with 14 goblet squats, guys. So holding the handle, bell below the hands, using that to create tension in our core. We're looking for 14 reps in that minute. Rest whatever time is left. If you guys want to, you can always mix it up with a 7 and 7 single-sided front squat there. Second minute is going to be our kettlebell push press. We're looking at 16 total. That's going to be 8 each side. Notice the hip loading on the receiving of the kettlebell. returning that energy back up into the shoulder going overhead. And then obviously we are going to rest with whatever time is left. The push press and the row are probably going to have a lot less rest in that minute than the goblet squat will, guys. So make sure we're being aggressive with these reps. Now, the gorilla row is a hip supported position where we're creating external rotation tension in the hips. I'm allowing the lat to unengage and then re-engage before the rowing rep, so to speak, and alternating sides for 18 total. Stay tuned for movement modifications. Guys, welcome to our movement modifications for today's work. The first one's going to obviously be that deficit lunge step, the front foot elevated, whatever you want to call it. If we don't have our dumbbells so we can hold, we can obviously take the barbell, put it on the back, work from there. If you guys have a kettlebell, two ways you can hold it. We can obviously hold it in a goblet type position. If you're going to single arm it, we're going to put it on the side where the leg is in the back so that as I drop down into my lunge, it's not going to change any of my hip or knee, foot positioning, alignment, anything like that. It's gonna slide right down in front of that thigh. Keep in mind, if you guys have a weight vest, we can weight it up. If you have a backpack, a rucksack, we can do that. If you guys have a medicine ball, we can also hold that medicine ball and do our lunges from there. If you don't have a lot of weight and that ends up being a really easy thing, as always, put some tempo on it, all right? Make yourself a nice slow eccentric movement. 3, 4, 5, 6 seconds going down, push back through, okay? Again, make sure you're focused on the position where we're touching, glutes engaged on the back leg so that knees dropping straight down from there. Now, we're using a kettlebell for the workout today. So if we're not looking at having that, if we're not gonna be able to hold something and unilateral something, keep in mind, there's all kinds of ways to modify this, guys. If we have dumbbells, pretty easy. We front squat, right? We push press, in which case you can drop one, you can stick with the single arm function of it, or you can go with both. And we can bend over row if you want to hit that. You can always go into a plank row, dumbbell alternating plank row if you want, instead of the single arm kettlebell gorilla row. All kinds of different ways of doing this, guys. When it comes to a band, here's what I would rather you do if that's all you're looking at for the equipment. I would rather you turn this into mostly a bodyweight workout where we're gonna be doing air squats on the first minute, push-ups on the second minute, and a banded side plank row on that third minute, that thing that I like to substitute for the dumbbell alternating plank rows. All right, in which case, let's adjust the reps we're gonna do here, not for necessarily reps, but let's do it within a time frame to try and accomplish reps. And what I mean by that is I want you to go for maybe a 45-second round of air squats, a 45-second round of push-ups, and then something along the lines of 20-second side plank row, 20-second side plank row, because it's probably going to take you about 5 seconds to alternate back and forth and shift from one side to the next. Any questions? Not sure what to use, not sure what to do with your positions? Let me know. I will help you guys out. Don't